Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here to check out a video from All the Remains.
Holy shit.
It's been a long time.
Dude, like...
We've only checked out one video from them on the channel, and that was at the early stages of the channel.
That was when we were sharing a headphone.
Yeah, it was like 7 years ago when we first started the channel.
That's
really...
crazy,
you were so young. You were a little kid. I was skinny.
Back from elementary school.
Yeah, it's ages ago. It's
we were both a couple pounds, shorter.
Younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better times. I mean, it was at a point in time in our lives when I had just purchased a new car, and that's when we discovered Sirius XM Octane and Liquid Metal. And this is one of those bands that we discovered at that period of time through Octane and Liquid Metal. And here we are to check out their latest music video, Let You Go. All right? It's not like they've had music very recently. It's been a long time since they released anything too. So
yeah,
and they've gone through some things in their career, personal stuff. But anyhow, are you ready to dive into this?
Yeah, this feels like a throwback.
Blast from the past.
Yeah,
even though it's not. It's this song.
No,
this song is 2 weeks old.
It's a new song, but I just feel like just getting some throwback vibes.
Okay, so let's check this out. Let's see what these guys have in store for us. Wow.
Shit got really kinky.
God, oh, it's 50 Shades of Grey. You know, maybe more than 50, maybe 60 Shades of Grey. But anyhow,
How so many shades of gray?
unlimitedless. Limitless. Infinity Shades of Grey. So, what do you think of the song, though?
I like it. I like it. I don't know if it was just me, but didn't the guitar solo kind of give you like it gave me like an Avenged Sevenfold vibe.
Yeah.
The solo, like the way that the solo actually sounded with the dual, like the layering of the guitars, it sounded very Avenged Sevenfold like. But damn, yeah, dude, this. I mean, the sound is definitely kind of giving. It still gives me that throwback vibe, but also
It's a little bit more
more modern. Yes,
Has a little bit more modern guitar sound. I
yeah,
love the guitar sound on this
yeah.
track. Fantastic guitar sound. And I love the fact that they added a go to the breakdown instead of going with a more modern tradition. Blah.
And then I'm happy they did with the solo. I'm happy they did the solo.
Yeah, no, it makes the song feel a little bit more complete all around. It doesn't fall into the more predictable approach of like, let's put a heavy track like this together, throw some harsh vocals, clean vocals, throw a breakdown, boom, we're done.
No, the
You know,
solo
like,
really does help.
it makes the song
Complete
feel
the track.
complete the track. It makes the song feel complete. Well, like you can, you know, having a breakdown on the song does not replace the solo, and having a
Some
solo
people think so.
does not. Some people think so, and having a solo does not mean that you cannot have a breakdown on the song. Like I mean, the two elements can perfectly coexist,
Yeah.
on a track. I don't know this idea that you only need one or you need the other. I don't know.
It's like yin and yang. You know, breakdown and solo.
But dude, like. I honestly, I'm not of that mindset. Maybe it's my age. I'm not of the mindset of just like every song has to have a heavy breakdown and like it's almost like the heavy.
Solo.
No, but it's almost
But
like the heavy breakdown has replaced the solo.
But that's what I'm saying.
Because
every
most
song
of
has
the
to either
people-
have a heavy breakdown or a solo.
But the people who want the heavy breakdown more often than not, they don't care about the solo. They just want a heavy breakdown.
Exactly. But for me, I can appreciate a really good heavy breakdown and a nice solo. And when you combine them into a song, it's always nice.
Oh, and if you can have a solo that leads off of a heavy breakdown, that's even
it's
better.
even
I mean,
better.
to me, there's so much you can do, like, with these tools available to you. I thought musically this song, just from a music standpoint, I'll mention the vocals, but from a musical standpoint, this track connects with the past of the band. It's not like it's completely removed from everything that they've ever done before.
No, it does connect to the...
But it has a more modern touch, a more modern, heavier sound.
Yeah, heavier, definitely.
A more modern, heavier sound. And I really like the guitar sound. I really like the textures of the guitars. They're really cool. Like, I like that. I like that approach. And the fact that they have that more modern guitar sound approach and they didn't just go with the prototypical breakdown and forgot the solo, to me, that also like circles back to more of a throwback feel.
back.
You know what I mean? Wax on, wax
I was
off.
going more with the Snoop Dogg.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, so it circles back and it takes it a little bit more further back to the band's roots itself. The drums as well. I really like the drum sound on this track because the guitars, while being heavy, you need the drums to, because the guitars are, it's not like the guitars are heavy consistently.
Yeah.
They have like, melodic moments, they come and go. They're a little bit more
chorus.
textured. They're a little bit more textured. So having the drums a little bit more stable, a little bit more cohesive with the volume and heaviness that they give, makes the overall song always sound heavy.
Yeah, there doesn't feel like there's a drop off. It feels like
always sounds heavy.
It always sounds heavy, even in the chorus when you do.
Which is more melodic.
Which is way more melodic, not only
with the clean
guitar-wise,
vocals too.
but yeah, vocally, it still allows there not to be a drop off with the heaviness. It stays linear.
Yeah, and it's an important element because the drums staying consistent with that more oomph in their sound allows the guitars to be a little bit more dynamic and also allows the vocals to be a little bit more dynamic, but overall the song never really loses its shape. If you listen to this track, you're never going to get to the end of the song feeling like the song was not heavy. This is a heavy song. Even though if you really break down the song for all of its elements, there's a lot of softer parts within the track, more melodic, like you said, the verses, clean vocals, all of that. But you almost forget about it because of the consistency that the drums give the track, allows the song to finish off, giving you the experience that this is a heavy song from start to finish. Almost forgetting the more melodic side of the track. At least from a sound perspective, that's how I see this song. I really like the sound on this track. I really like it. And vocally, what do you think?
vocally, I loved it. I enjoyed the heavy moments because they felt not like pushed in there. They were perfectly working with the track and everything. But those clean vocals are so nice, and they do give off that kind of throwback with a modern touch. Like
It's funny. Okay, so the vocals, I don't disagree with you, but I was just gonna say, before I even talk about the vocals, let me ask you, what do you think about his beard? From a bearded man to a bearded man,
I
a little Amish.
I could only wish.
Got a little bit of an Amish look,
Yeah,
though.
but I could only wish. I could only wish. My beard definitely has room for improvement.
I'm not sold though.
You're not sold fully.
No, it's got a little bit of an Amish vibe to it. Like next thing you know, he's gonna be like
Amish
singing,
would mean he doesn't have the mustache or anything. It's just
yeah, I guess, but the mustache area is not as full as the beard itself.
well. Look
so,
at me.
Yeah, that's true. I
My
guess.
my mustache is quite lacking compared to the rest of my facial hair.
Yeah, that is true.
But it's taken a while to get to this because at one point I couldn't even grow hair on my chin, but now it's doing its business.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So let's move on from that. I'm not a big fan. I'm going to be honest. Not of your beard, of his. I feel like he really gave me a little bit of an Amish feel. But anyhow,
This was Amish Paradise.
yeah. Like if he had like one of those hats, like he'd totally be down with that. But anyhow, moving on from that, the vocal performance. Funny enough, you mentioned that the solos reminded you of Avenged Sevenfold. The vocals, the dynamic of the vocals on this song, kind of reminded me of Kill Switch Engage.
Yeah. You know what? Yes.
So
yes,
I mean,
yes,
it's kind of
yes.
funny that you went with one band, I go with another.
It reminds me more of
Howard's
Howard stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
like older Kill Switch.
in between Kill Switch.
Yeah, it's reminding me of like in between Kill Switch.
Older, but in between.
And what's the band he's in?
Light the Torch.
Light the Torch. A little bit of that too. Yeah, definitely.
Because the reason I'm saying this is because it has a little bit more predominance of the clean vocals.
And it has a very heavy presence.
The song,
like the bass in his voice has a nice presence.
a nice presence. I like the fact that some of the harsher screamer vocals they don't overstay. Like they come in certain pockets and they make those pockets feel like super heavy and intense and aggressive. But then you go back to like a deeper, cleaner style, but then beyond that you also have the more brighter, cleaner style. So like the vocals are very textured, very dynamic.
You're right,
it kind of
there.
reminds me of
Howard.
Howard's delivery, more so when he was with Kill Switch Engage than Light the Torch. But obviously
A little bit of both. A little bit of column A.
it's the
a
same
little bit of column
person.
B. Yeah.
So I mean, like it's not like he's gonna sing differently.
Very
but
true.
but
no, but the band around him is what's gonna change it up a little bit.
yeah, and this sound to me has a little bit more of
the Kill Switch.
yeah. But it was just funny because you went with one band for the way the solos came together, and I went with another. I mean, they're all kind of like contemporary to one another.
Yeah, they all
so
have,
obviously they all kind of came from the same melting pot, sort of speak, if you will. It would be like listening. I feel like it's like almost like listening to like Slayer, Death Angel, those bands that came up from the Bay Area, and not finding things that they have in common with one another. I mean, it's almost impossible not to see some commonalities.
Octane. I always go back to listening like Octane bands.
Octane back in the day, believe it or not, for me was really an important channel when we purchased the car because I didn't know what satellite radio was until I bought a new car and it came with it. And Octane at that point in time, we're talking about 2015. Between 2015 and 2017, that period of time for me was really important because I discovered a lot of bands that I had never heard of due to that channel. All That Remains being one of them. I had never heard of them before, so having that kind of opened my mind. I think one of the issues with that radio station, that satellite radio station, both of them actually moving forward, is that they became a little bit too connected to certain bands. And they don't really give newcomers too much of a breathing room. Yeah. When you turn it on, more often than not, you're going to get the same bands over and over again. Obviously, when a new band releases a song, that song gets played ad nauseum. But then after a couple of weeks of the song being played, you don't hear about it again either. So to me, that's my biggest pet peeve. It worked really well for me when I first discovered, because I discovered bands that I had never heard before. But once you've been on it for a year or two, you start listening to the same shit over and over and over again. And there's not much room for you to discover new shit. Believe it or not, that's one of the reasons why channels like ours are really popular, because people discover bands coming in here they never heard of, and they discover music that way.
We've been saying for years that the radio thing But that would be so.
I
that
just
would be
don't have
so
any
cool.
time.
Yeah, we don't have time. Sadly,
We barely have time to do these videos. Never mind doing anything else. Fuck.
True.
It is what it is. All right,
It would
this
just be really cool.
you never know what the future holds. But this was very cool too. All that remains, let you go, and what a great way to kind of, I was gonna use an LL Cool J line. Don't call it a comeback. They've been here for years, which is true. But I know some people are calling this song a comeback. But I'm gonna say that. Don't call it a comeback. They've been here for years. All right. On that note, guys, we'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.